We decided to make spaghetti and sauce today for everyone. And what you see, it took us about 45 minutes. We started with 6 eggs, some olive oil and salt, and 3 scoops of flour. And of course we got some ground beef, some onion, tomato, parsley, green pepper,
Fantastic.
and some ginger and a little saffron, just a little bit. And of course the sauce, ragu sauce. So we cracked the 6 eggs in a bowl
Fantastic.
of the mixer.
Fantastic.
Okay, we're finished with the 6 eggs.
Fantastic.
She's adding a tablespoon of olive oil and about 3/4 tablespoon of salt. And about 3 cups of flour.
Fantastic.
This is amazing how easy this is by using the mixer, so you don't have to deal with kneading and mixing by hand. The machine will do it for you.
Fantastic.
Okay, she's lifting it up and she's going to start mixing the ingredient. Probably in a second or so, she's going to change that tool doing the mixing to a different one to knead for the flour. Okay, here she is. There's the tool.
Fantastic.
KitchenAid products is one of the best in the house item,
Fantastic.
and they got all kind of attachment. In addition to what you see later on, we're going to attach the spaghetti attachment, and you will see how easy the whole process is.
Fantastic.
Here's the final result. So she's going to let it rest for a few minutes. We are back on the stove and we're trying to cook all the mixture for the sauce. So put some olive oil and cup of onion, 2 cups of it. She's going to add those spices, a little ginger,
Fantastic.
and some salt and black pepper, a little curry, just a little bit, and give it a different taste. But it's going to stay with the Italian seasoning.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
And don't forget your garlic. And garlic will be added.
Fantastic.
That was turmeric, by the way. A little turmeric. It's good for you. Now she's adding the garlic.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Now we're adding the ground beef. Mix it well. Let it cook.
Fantastic.
She's adding the parsley.
Fantastic.
And some green pepper.
Fantastic.
She probably is going to add some tomato. Here she is. So now the mixture basically is all in the skillet. And let it absorb. All the vegetables actually is going to absorb the meat, seasoning.
Fantastic.
That's why it's so tasty when you add that Italian sauce to it. We are back to the dough, and the dough is right now is pliable, and you'll be able to cut it just by hand and make few round looking
Fantastic.
ball. And that plastic thing we see in the front of us is actually, that's what she's going to hang. Those strip of the dough after she put it in the little attachment that stretches it, make it thinner, and you have to play with it. I think it's number 1, 2, 3, or 4. It That's how thin you want it. And you will see the machine. It's a nice attachment.
Fantastic.
And you have another attachment actually you'll be able to use, or we're going to use, to cut it up in strips. So I'll let you take a look with the little music in the background. Just enjoy the process.
Fantastic.
Here's the machine, or actually the attachment that gave you the result of those thin dough. But even though that's, I think, is number one, and you have to use number two to make it thinner, and number three to make it even thinner. And when we make it thinner, it's going to stretch it and it's going to be longer, so you have to cut it up in pieces to control it, so we'll be able to hang it and let it dry, so we'll be able to get ready for cutting those strips.
Fantastic.
It's amazing how easy the machine is, or the attachment to make this beautiful dish.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Fantastic.
She just put some flour on them so prevent it from sticking on this little hanging tools.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Actually, it's a beautiful day to have this dish right here. It's about 54 degrees outside. In January 2022. It's really getting longer and longer. Probably have to cut it up. And she is cutting it
Fantastic.
in strips. I'll be able to control it a little better.
Fantastic.
bit long. Sometimes you cut it in 2 pieces, sometimes 3 pieces. Whatever it takes to handle
Fantastic.
the result is going to be a little bit more stretched and longer than before she puts it in.
Fantastic.
Makes a big difference when stretched and thin. So when you put it in a little strip attachment that cuts it up into pieces, you will see the thickness is perfect.
Fantastic.
In the long pieces, of course. The length of what you see.
Fantastic.
I'm watching just like you are watching, so
Fantastic.
I don't have anything to say except what you see is going to be a beautiful result of the final attachment that she's going to put on this KitchenAid machine that we've been using for years and years. It's a strong machine.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Fantastic.
You could use a knife or you could use a scissor to cut it up in two section or 3 pieces.
Fantastic.
What we see now, we are back to the stove and the meat is cooked with all the vegetables in it. Now we're adding that
Fantastic.
Italian sauce, ragu, and you could buy it with a mixture of the mushroom and green pepper, onions. Well, we decided to go ahead and make our own, and we adding all the stuff except
Fantastic.
we don't want mushroom in it at this time. The kids like it this way too. So this is the final setup. Everything basically cooked. All we need is just warm up the sauce, and it should be ready in a few minutes. We are back
Fantastic.
to the dough that has been stretched and hang, and it dried a little bit, and hopefully in a few minutes you will see how we're going to cut it up in strips.
Fantastic.
That'll be a different attachment, of course. Back to stove, and we put some water in a pan with
Fantastic.
2 steps. Actually, it's got the strainer on top of it, so it'll be a lot easier to lift it up and drain the water. After you put some more water in it, you should add your oil and salt.
Fantastic.
Here's the attachment that cuts up the dough, and you just attach it to the machine and turn it on, and it's going. It works just perfect.
Fantastic.
You will see all the strip that come out from the bottom side. Just like you eat at the restaurant, and this is better than eat at the restaurant because it's it's homemade, and the ingredient, you know what's in it, and that's what I like about home cooking, that you don't know what you put in your products. At the end, you're gonna feel comfortable to eat what comes out. The result is just the taste is different, and the kids like it. I mean, they always ask us about the spaghetti.
Fantastic. 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 Fantastic.
You can make a larger amount too by just multiplying the flour. You can make 6 cups of flour And you have to add some, maybe 12 eggs to the recipe. And make 2 tablespoons of oil and maybe 1.5 or 2 tablespoons of salt. Now we are back to the boiling water. She's adding the salt and oil. Now it's ready for the spaghetti.
Fantastic.
You stir it just a little bit, keep it from sticking to each other. But when you put that oil in,
Fantastic.
that olive oil actually works very well to separate them and not to get to stick to each other. You just wait, to cook it for a few minutes. After a few minutes, you just drain the water.
Fantastic.
Beautiful dish, almost ready. She likes to add a stick of butter or something, just a small amount. You will see it.
Fantastic.
Make it even. Have less chance of sticking. You see the sauce is done. The spaghetti is almost done. And here you go. This is the piece of butter that she likes to put in just to keep it from
Fantastic.
sticking. And it's working well. I'm so glad you guys had a chance to see what we just cooked today. And the kids and myself like a couple pieces of toast to go with it. And we put some butter and put some parsley on top of it. And put it on the toaster on the little panini that raise the top part of it. And that will melt the butter and toast the bottom and a little on top, and we'll be ready. Now what she's doing is actually getting the spaghetti ready. She's gonna put some spaghetti and the sauce on top of it.
Fantastic.
And she likes to put some Parmesan cheese on top, and should be ready.
Fantastic.
Here's the cheese. And this is the final thing, and you will see a couple pieces of toast. And I like to use 2 forks to pick it up. Some people just use 1. But either way, it's a beautiful dish. It smells good, and it's going to taste good. I hope everybody enjoyed it.